Good morning, everyone. We would like to welcome our graduates, families, and friends here on what is a very special day for you, your Macquarie University graduation ceremony. Firstly, I would like to ask you all to please ensure that your mobile phone has been switched off. There are a couple of items I need to run through before the ceremony starts. Firstly, you are all welcome to take photographs during the ceremony. However, we do ask that you remain in your seats so that you do not impede the view of the other guests. Under no circumstances should anyone stand in the centre aisle or approach the stage. Please note that this ceremony will be streamed live on the Macquarie University YouTube channel. Should we have a situation that requires us to evacuate the building, please follow the instructions of our security staff. There are 4 exits from the graduation hall, 1 in each corner of the building, 2 in the back corners and 2 in the front. You will also find our safety information on the back page of your program. Plaques, frames and photography services are available in the atrium building next to the refreshments marquee. If you have pre-ordered a frame or plaque, please make sure you collect it there today. In a moment, the Chancellor of Macquarie University, the Honourable Michael Egan AO, accompanied by the academic procession, will enter the graduation hall. When the procession has arrived on the stage, Advance Australia Fair will be performed and you're invited to join in the singing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the academic procession.
Please be seated. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Mr. Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional welcome to country. Mr. Tobin.
Thank you. Budri Mulinawul, Nalawa. Good morning, and welcome to the lands of the Walla Medical. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to thank the university for their acknowledgement of us and for the invitation to welcome you all here this morning. That acknowledgement is important for our people and much appreciated, particularly by our elders. Education is highly valued in Aboriginal culture as well. Knowledge meant survival, and our elders are traditionally accorded great respect for their accumulated wisdom and experience. My family descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the Burrabrongal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. As such, he enrolled his daughter, Maria, into the Native Institution, a school set up by Governor Macquarie himself in 1815, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and ultimately secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them, and it became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name from. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here today. And with good reason. For your progress progresses us all. Your advancement is our advancement. Now that was perhaps more readily understood in traditional times when clan groups were smaller and abided by the strict sharing laws, which meant that the food that you caught and brought back was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all, and your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them, of course. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we do it right. Our Aboriginal ancestors lived well in many aspects, and I use occasions like this to recommend them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here a little over 200 years ago, he described the people he encountered at Botany Bay as one of the happiest people he had ever met. They had nothing, he wrote, but the tools that they carried. They made shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down. They harvested food from the land without tilling the earth. In traditional times, everyone was accorded rights to the country or clan area where he or she was born into. So there's no homeless people normally, and no rich and poor either. Everyone had pretty much the same what you could carry. We have no history of slavery or empire building. There were no armies or jails. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, and then they were shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands were maintained in their natural state, with rivers clean and unpolluted, people drinking out of them as they have done here for the past 30,000 years. Now remember, this is not an ideal, this is normal life. And we should expect no less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, a lot more of us now, so we've got to get extra clever. But I would say expect great things from your lives. Do great things. And don't be afraid to share your gifts or good fortune with the rest of the camp. Remember, our advancement is your advancement too. And being beautiful with each other is the way we create a beautiful world. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine by winding up and letting you good people graduate. Just want to say congratulations to all and all the best in our collective futures. Welcome to country.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to introduce the Chancellor of Macquarie University, the Honourable Michael Egan AO. Chancellor.
Thank you, Chris Tobin, for your welcome to country. Well, graduands, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and I see we also have some real tiny tots with us today, and that's fantastic, because little children, I think, always enhance any celebration, and a graduation is a celebration. So they're most welcome, and I don't want anyone to feel that they have to take them outside if they start to make a noise or start to cry. We can all put up with the sound of a crying baby. We're all used to that. I've put up with worse. I was in Parliament for 25 years, so I can withstand any sort of noise. But in any event, we've discovered from long experience at Macquarie University that if a child cries through a graduation ceremony, they're back within 25 years to take out their first PhD. So please feel free to stay. Now I can see one lady's about to escape already. In fact, we've got an alumni volunteer down there, and her job is to stop people taking their babies out. Can you do that for me? Thank you. Well, first let me welcome our graduands. It's my very great privilege as Chancellor of Macquarie University to preside at this very important ceremony today. And of course, the first people I should welcome are the graduands. Now, I hope this will be a very happy and a very memorable occasion for all of you. And from where I'm standing, some of you look quite relaxed and happy, but others look quite nervous and apprehensive. Now, it's only going to be a happy and memorable occasion for you all if you all relax and just enjoy the occasion. I swear nothing can go wrong. You've already passed your exams, so you don't want to look as though you're heading to the exam room. The very worst thing that can happen is that you fall over when you come up here. That's happened before, but all we do is pick you up and, in fact, you get a prize if you manage to do that. So just relax and enjoy the day. You deserve to take pride, great pride in your graduation. Completing a degree is never easy. You need an intelligent and inquiring mind. You need determination and perseverance, and you need to make many sacrifices. So welcome and congratulations to each and every one of you. Today, I also want to welcome, and especially welcome, those of you who are sitting over here or behind our graduands as their invited guests. Because if you think about it for a moment, you've all done well too. The very fact that you're here, the fact that you've been invited by one of our graduands to share one of the great days of their lives is proof positive that you've been very important in their lives and the successes that we celebrate today. So mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, cousins, sons and daughters, grandmothers, grandfathers, friends, husbands and wives, partners, boyfriends, girlfriends, lovers or whatever you are, congratulations and thank you for celebrating this great occasion with us. I also want to welcome today those people who are watching this ceremony at home, some in Australia and some in other parts of the world. This ceremony is being live streamed, as was yesterday's graduation, and I'm told that yesterday we had people from 15 different countries watching our graduation ceremony. So graduands, if you've got someone at home watching your graduation, especially if they're overseas, you can give them a wave when you come up on stage. That camera up there is the camera you look at, and I'm sure your family and friends will appreciate you doing that. Now, I have another important service for those of you who are here today or observing today's ceremony to perform for our newest graduates as they will soon become. I want you to make sure that the degrees they receive today are never ever put in a bottom drawer, but are always proudly displayed in a position of prominence. In other words, if our graduands are too self-effacing to proclaim their success, you make sure that you do it for them. Now, the ceremony that we're about to participate in is one of the world's oldest social rituals. For centuries, graduates have been donning robes, just like the ones our graduands are wearing today, and participating in ceremonies just like this one. Indeed, there are some 50 universities in the world which can trace their history back more than 500 years. Macquarie, by comparison, is relatively young. This year we're celebrating our 50th Jubilee year. We proudly take our name from Australia's greatest colonial governor, Governor Lachlan Macquarie, a man whose greatness and achievements were never acknowledged by his contemporaries, but only by history. Those of us who went to school here in New South Wales learned that Macquarie was a great builder. But in my view, his greatest legacy had nothing to do with bricks and mortar, but rather the ethos he established, much to the chagrin of the British authorities, of an egalitarian society. Because it was Macquarie's insistence that in this fledgling convict colony there be no distinction between the free and the freed that was the foundation of the Australian notion of a fair go for all. And that is the legacy that here at Macquarie we will always aim to maintain and honour. After our first 50 years, we now have more than 150,000 Macquarie graduates living in more than 140 countries. Macquarie is a very modern and outward-looking university. We're regarded as one of Australia's leading research universities and are currently extending our research as we are our course offerings and our facilities. On your way here this morning, you may have seen our relatively new Macquarie University Hospital. It's only a few years old. We're the only university in Australia with its own private hospital. Now, as well as being used for its primary purpose of treating sick people, it's also used by the postgraduate medical students and academics in our School of Advanced Medicine. And it really is a first-class hospital. I can attest to it personally. I spent 3 days as a patient in it towards the end of last year. And I can tell you that treatment is absolutely first class, especially if you're the Chancellor. We're also proud of our still new library, the only university library in Australia with an automated book retrieval system, although I hear there's another one on the way. And only last year we opened our Advanced Hearing Hub, which is a world-leading institute in hearing and language sciences. So we're looking forward and we're on the move. Here at Macquarie we have a very clear and straightforward mission. And that mission is to transform people's lives and to improve the lives not just of our own students, but also of people all around the globe by the work and achievements of our graduates and by the fruit of our research. We want Macquarie always to be a leader in teaching and learning and a leader in the accumulation of knowledge and understanding. In other words, an ideal community of scholars. And graduands, in just a few minutes, it will be my very great honour to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of that community of scholars we proudly call Macquarie University. It is now my pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Mr. Gavin Fox-Smith, who is the Managing Director for Australia and New Zealand of Johnson & Johnson Medical Proprietary Limited. Gavin is one of Asia Pacific's most experienced health sector leaders, with nearly 3 decades in the medical technology and devices sector. He's a passionate advocate for community health, literacy and education, and is responsible for the Macquarie Business Park Read, Learn, Succeed project to improve youth literacy, school retention and readiness for work. Gavin has an impressive record of managing organisational growth, change and transformation. As Managing Director for Johnson & Johnson since 2012, he facilitated the local integration of Johnson & Johnson's largest global acquisition. He also expanded the organisation's community contributions program and encouraged employee volunteering. In his leadership roles outside the company, Gavin is the acting chair of the Medical Technology Association and a member of the advisory board of Bowel Cancer Australia. It's now my great pleasure to invite Mr. Gavin Fox-Smith to deliver the occasional address. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Fox-Smith.
I am very excited to be here. So I can't imagine how excited you guys are to be graduating. Chancellor, Executive Dean of the School of Business and Economics, ladies and gentlemen, graduates, and all of those of you online, I am really honoured to be giving the occasional address today. And I want you to walk away with three things, and they're three words: opportunity, values, and learning. Just in July this year, Johnson & Johnson Medical, which is just up the road here, many of you will have passed it. It's a beautiful building with the big white columns. We opened that building in 1972. We actually signed our first ever partnership agreement with Macquarie University in July. And why did we do that? We signed that partnership because as healthcare companies, we need to look outside of our industry for collaborations. We need to look to graduates coming into the market with new skills, new thinking. We will see students, academics, and our own staff members working together to develop innovative and practical solutions that will ultimately benefit the community. And we should never forget why we do things, but I'll come to that later. As the world's largest and most diverse healthcare organisation, we of course have many graduates of the university working for us across all of our three sectors. Many of you probably know Johnson & Johnson as the baby powder company, and we're very proud of that because that's our heritage, the archetypical image of the mother and the child. But we're also the most innovative pharmaceutical company. We are the most innovative biotech company, and the business that I look after is the medical device business. What do I see when I look out here? I see a group over here, and I see the word opportunity above your head. And I really want you to take that, and to the Chancellor's challenge, don't put your degrees in your bottom drawer. You can put the bit of paper in there. Don't put the learning in the bottom drawer, put the learning in your top drawer. As we want new graduates, new thinking, what are the challenges that we're trying to address? We've all heard of the ageing population. Somebody born today in Australia can reasonably expect to live past the age of 90. That is an extraordinary achievement in terms of overall population health. Not so long ago, the life expectancy was 55, at a time when the retirement age was 65. So you can already see the juxtaposition of the population whilst our economic earning capacity reduces. What is going to happen to us in those extra 40 years? From 55 to 95, what do people expect? They expect well-being and they expect productivity. This is actually a good problem to have. This is a great problem to have. And it's a challenge that has been brought about in no small measure by the innovation out of the life science industries, but also through things like improved food and water quality, improved sanitation, improved housing. We've also seen things like mass immunisation, infection control through antibiotics. Some of these things we kind of take for granted, but they weren't so long ago that they were seen as hugely innovative. Medications to control high blood pressure, cholesterol, greater capacity for increased and less invasive surgical techniques, tools to increase smoking cessation. Australia has one of the lowest rates of smoking in the world. That is a good thing. It is a predictor of better population health. And of course, we still have a long way to go, but we are seeing more and more diagnostics and treatments for diseases like cancer and autoimmune disease. In 2014, the patients that we deal with expect to remain healthy and productive into what previous generations called old age. They have access to enormous amounts of information, proactively seek solutions to healthcare problems, which they expect to be delivered at close to zero risk. Digital technology has added a fascinating dimension to this new era of patient empowerment. We see online patient communities. I'm sure many of you are in many different online communities, hopefully not too many patient communities, but we do see a plethora of patient communities and support groups that connect virtually. They never actually meet face to face. And they help connect patients and families with treatments, diagnostics, and other patients that are going through the same journey. And one of the things that our industry has done and realised is there is no longer the one-size-fits-all. We have to create solutions that are almost individual to the patient, certainly individual to the disease we're talking about. The whole concept of cancer has changed from being a poorly understood, largely fatal, amorphous condition where patients were bombarded with toxic chemotherapies to what is now a huge collection of specific diseases which are being understood and targeted at the molecular level. Treatments are now targeting abnormal cells based on the genetic expression of specific markers. So even cancer, one of our most feared conditions, is being transformed into a chronic and in many cases preventable disease. In surgery, demand for minimally invasive techniques has exploded. Many of you would have seen some recent press about 3D printing, and I think the university has some technology in that space. And you can actually take a CAT scan or an MRI scan of a bone and you can create the exact replica of that bone on a 3D printer. Incredibly sophisticated ability to treat disease. Interestingly, at the same time, of course, we have all the financial constraints that every industry faces, and Australia and healthcare are no exception. A lot of this is to do with the increase in health utilisation of our older population, that extra 40 years. So what is it that we can do around that? The convergence of technologies in the medical, information technology and telecommunications space is creating a revolution in healthcare. In fact, I was talking to one of the lecturers on the way here, and she's working in the telehealth space and how doctors and specialists can now consult over video conferencing or Skype or whatever technology is available. It's interesting when the big IT companies, and you think Google, you think Microsoft, you think Apple, when they actually learn how to deal with the regulators in health, I'm pretty sure through technologies like Google Glass and that, we will see incredibly big steps in the way healthcare is delivered, treatments are taken to patients. And I come to the Macquarie partnership. We think smart companies in our space need to recognise we don't have all the answers. And we have to work with universities, we have to work with IT companies, we have to work with non-government organisations to take our products, to take our offerings to the emerging markets, to markets where they can't afford some of the healthcare that we can afford to in Australia. The pace of change is rapid, and the resulting challenges and opportunities are probably too numerous to go through here. But one thing hasn't changed in the 30 years I've been involved in this industry, is the minute you lose focus why you're here. And the reason why we're here is there's a patient at the end of everything we do. And I work for a company that I can proudly say today there will be people at the end of today whose mums, dads, brothers, sisters, husbands, wives, daughters, sons will be a whole lot happier because of what Johnson & Johnson was able to do in association with our healthcare partners for their patients today. It's a great thing. As the world's largest and most diverse company in healthcare, we actually feel it's our responsibility to lead in that. And we lead in that through a document that was written in 1943 called our Credo. And it clearly articulates my responsibility, and indeed every Johnson & Johnson employee's responsibility. First responsibility is to the patients we deal with. Second responsibility is to the people that work with us. Our third responsibility is to the community in which we work and live. And finally, if we are able to do all three of those things properly, we should deliver a fair return to the shareholder. And our aspiration as an organisation is to help billions of people around the world live happier, longer lives. Incredible statistic is Johnson & Johnson globally touch 1 billion people every day through one of our products. So what is the key to your success in this environment? What does it all mean? We believe it is learning agility. Our partnership and collaboration with Macquarie University recognises that teaching and learning arrangements that equip people with that agility is the predictor of future success in healthcare and probably in most other industries as well. And what have you been doing for the last few years? I hope you haven't been doing it just to get a degree. I hope you've been doing it to increase your ability to learn, because the world's going to change. And when I look at Macquarie University's whole genesis of Think Differently, I'm very encouraged as I look out here at the next 170 odd graduates from this great university. And I think you're in great shape for you to take that opportunity that sits above your head. I'd like to give you 3 challenges as you head out. Ensure you know your own value system. That comes from your parents, it comes from your families, it comes from your friends, it comes from your experiences, and it comes from your education. Know your own value system. Go and find organisations that have that same value system. In fact, find organisations that will grow your value system, or start organisations that have that value system at the core. And you know what? Then you'll be in a position to give the opportunity to the next generation. Be proud of your achievement today. Celebrate hard. I'm sure you don't need any encouragement in that regard. But tomorrow is your time. Value your university experience. Stay connected with Macquarie and continue your onward journey. Congratulations.
Well, graduates, I'm sure you'll agree that was an outstanding occasional address, a fascinating address, a very optimistic address. I was reminded when Gavin was saying that back, I forget when it was, when the life expectancy was 55 years of age for Australians, I recalled my final year at school, which was in 1964, 50 years ago. And in 1964, the average life expectancy of an Australian male was only 67. Now that terrifies me because it means I'm about to expire in 1 year. But it seems obvious, of course, with all of the advances in medical science and the way we deliver health services, that I might have a few more years in me yet, at least I hope so. But as you could, I'm sure, tell, Macquarie University is very, very fortunate to have this new partnership with Johnson & Johnson. And I think it is a partnership that will not only assist our students and the university, but hopefully also the wider community. So Gavin, thank you very much for being such an important part of our graduation ceremony today. And by the way, graduates, remember those 3 challenges that Gavin has set for you. Ensure you know your own value system, find organisations that reflect and can build on those values, and give others the same opportunity that you've been given. That's very, very good advice. I think Gavin deserves another great round of applause. Well, graduands, we now come to the key part of the ceremony, the reason we're here, and that's the conferring of degrees. Now, this is the one part of the ceremony that makes me just a little bit nervous, because I was told many years ago that if I made a mistake and conferred a degree on someone who wasn't eligible to receive it, there was nothing I could do to take it back. So I want to make sure that each and every one of you is eligible to graduate today. So I need a guarantee, an ironclad guarantee from the acting registrar that none of you were ever late in submitting an assignment, that none of you ever missed a class, and otherwise are all entitled to graduate today. Jonathan, can you give me that guarantee, please?
Chancellor, I certify that all candidates presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees and diplomas they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees and diplomas please now stand?
Graduands, in the name of the Council of Macquarie University and by my authority as Chancellor, I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees and diplomas for which you have qualified. Graduates, congratulations.
Please be seated. Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Business and Economics. This is the largest faculty at Macquarie University and indeed one of the largest in Australia. A broad range of programs in some of the most exciting and topical areas of business and economics are offered, and these continue to be in high demand both domestically and internationally. Graduates have recorded employment levels and starting salaries which are well above the average for all Australian business schools. Research in the faculty is at the cutting edge and innovative, feeding into teaching to give students the best possible learning experience. The faculty includes research and study areas in accounting, actuarial studies, applied finance, economics, management, and marketing. Chancellor, I now call on Professor Mark Gabbett, the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Business and Economics, to present the graduates. Professor Gabbett.
Chancellor, I present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Business and Economics whom you have admitted to degrees. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Siobhan Aquila. Omad Amadsi. Dinethri Aluihari. Luis Amal. Victoria Galia Andeng. Yonasi Anadaji. Bianca Lorena Anansibia. Jamie Ayoub. Christian Alexander Balza. Heikel Farissa Bazia. Alexander Edward Bennett. Taylor Kate Best. Marcus Biasetto. Ryan Michael Blaker. Andrew David Bonici. Christopher Bradley. Josephine Catanzaro. Daniel Yaolian Chen. Catherine Huiju Chen. Chin Hei Chen. Yuk Pang Chan. Siwaporn Chang Chatrat. Remy Chow. Advait Chowdhury. Chuan Chen. Dali Chen. Rong Yao Chen. Wei Chen. Xiaoshang Chen. Yen Chen. Zhe Chen. Qingman Cheng. Adrian Tingfor Chung. Feng Wan Fion Qing. Heyun Ji Chu. Michael Choi. Louis Calusi. Nadine Claire Cooper. Charbel Kuri. Hamish Angus Cuttle. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Professional Accounting. Ammar Abdulreza. Asahel Abrahamian. Ahmed Alameddin. Sunmeet Anand. Andrew John Anderson. Albert Vin Au. Tantitsa Ng. MD Shahid Aziz. Sihun Bey. Jutian Tsai, who has been awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for Academic Excellence. Yijie Cao. Ziling Sun. Gilbert Joseph Chamas. Xinyue Chung. Lele Chen. Shuo Chen. Shiyu Chen. Ying Chen. Yuan Chen. Bo Cheng. Po Ling Chin. Christopher Arthur Chong. Shui Tui. Xiaowei Tui. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting Professional with the Master of Commerce. Wei He. Guangjia Swin. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Commerce. Jia Qin Ai. Anga Ajiputra. Man Yan Chan. Yan Hung Chan. Feng Chang. Zhou Shun Chen. Li Chen. Fan Cheng. Ho Cheong. Robert Coates. Katia Cortez Camacho. Yuen Huan Deng. Yue Ding. Zhanpeng Dong. Gita Ernestine. Kinza Farid. Juan Fidel Fernando. Alexander Malcolm Fisher. Sun Kiat Gan. Guanghao Gao. Mu Ze Gao. Yuhan Guo. Ildo Renadian Hasman. Juin Shang He. Yi He. Ying He. Yu Chi He. Rebecca Loren Hill. Jen Hong. Jing Huang. Asiful Islam. Tianzhe Ji. Rebecca Wolankes Jokom. Mahanugra Kinzana. Jessica Manting Lei. Charisma Larasati. Yufei Lei. Piao Li. Sherman Li. Tongyang Li. Wei Li. Shang Li. Xiaodan Li. Yingna Li. Ilka Yuhani Lenamo. Hui Ping Lin. Nan Lin. Te Xuan Lin. Di Liu. Yanmeng Liu. Yun Liu. Yu Qing Liu. Esha Mala. Nang Win Mong. Jessica Liliana Maia Fonseca. Ran Moore. Mega Natasya. Tan Chung Nguyen. Oliver John Oxenham. Achara Patarapasit. Matthias Hendra Pratama. Xiao Qian. Wanjing Rao. Ronya Lisa Reich. Gary Putra Rizaldi. Amanda Jane Roberts, who has been awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for Academic Excellence. Yasmina Sadi. Feliciana Sanyaja. Ivan Danny Saputra. Lin Fang Shen. Xiaoshu She. Yao Wei She. Bo Chao Suin. Jing Sun. Titima Tankeng Kiet. Chun Tien. Lassiter Tulade. Ko Mylin Vo. Jie Wang. Yi Jue Wang. Brian James Wetherall. Stephen Wijaya. Pat Sarapon Wangmahasup. Yita Wu. Yezhou Wu. Chao Xie. Fang Xiong. Su Shu. Wendy Shu. Men Young. Ming Young. Nidan Young. Yin Xiao Young. Jian Yao. Se Ying Yo. Hongnan Yu. Qing Yu. Ling Yuan. Hao Jie. Kei Yao Zhang. Xuan Zhang. Ray Zhou. Tong Ju. Xiao Chang Zhou. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Corporate Governance, Sangeeta Anil Pardeshi. Jocelyn Chue Te. Chancellor, that completes this morning's presentation of the graduates in the Faculty of Business and Economics.
Chancellor, I call on Mr. Ju Tien Chai, who has graduated today with a Bachelor of Commerce, Professional Accounting, to give the graduate response on behalf of our graduating group.
Chancellor, members of the university, fellow graduates and guests, I feel especially privileged of having the opportunity today to speak on behalf of the graduates. Today is our day, a day of celebration and recognition of a tremendous hard work and achievements. It is for certain a milestone, an end to university life that marks the beginning of a new chapter. The last 3 years will be of remembrance. Looking back from today, we have achieved remarkably. We have endured fear, fought against laziness, challenged our limits and boundaries, and in the process, we have developed perseverance and gained wisdom and knowledge. We are the winners today, and I'd like to say congratulations. Macquarie University stands on its profound philosophy of not being a traditional university. In 2012, Macquarie University has become the #1 modern university in Australia, and this year it has been named the 9th most international university in the world. These rankings represent the quality and excellence of the academics, the lecturers, the tutors, and the peer leaders. Your contributions have translated into the world-class education that we received. I would like to thank all the lecturers and tutors who have worked hard behind hours to make today a reality. And thank you for always reminding us that there are no cut-off on passing rates. We will not come this far without you passing on your knowledge to us, and will not be sitting here without your continuous encouragement and ongoing support. We shall always keep in mind that we are proud of being Macquarie University's graduates, and through the diversified learning approach, we're taught to be different. While I'm here, I'd like to share a short story. 5 years ago, I did not do my HSC. A year later, I started on the Diploma of Accounting course at TAFE. A lot of my friends and relatives have given up on me at that stage, but I said to myself, I must not surrender. At a stage in life, you might lose hope, lose sight, end up in a place you're not sure where to go, but never lose trust of yourself and of what you do. Richard Branson once said, do not be embarrassed by your failures, learn from them and start again. I would like to extend my thanks to all families and friends who have given us directions, and I especially thank my wife and my 4-year-old daughter who have walked this journey together with me. I would like to conclude with a quote from Apple. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the ones who see things differently, and while they have no respect for the status quo, they push the human race forward, and while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius, because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Being Macquarie's graduates, we shall possess cohesion towards making our world a better place. Think different, because we can all be the ones who are crazy enough to change the world. Display your creativity, integrity, and professionalism. Let us be less driven by personal gains, and think beyond just ourselves. And I wish all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Well, Jutian, thank you for a very fine speech. Thank you for coming to Macquarie University. Congratulations on your Bachelor of Commerce Professional Accounting, and congratulations on not giving up. Well done. I think Jutian deserves another great round of applause. Well now, that wasn't too bad, was it? That beautiful voice, ladies and gentlemen, belongs to Angela Brewer. And you're very fortunate that Angela was singing at your graduation today, because on the occasions when Angela can't get here, I do the singing. Would you like to hear Angela sing a little more? Okay, it's very simple. You enrol in another degree, and when you come back, I promise you Angela will be singing again at your graduation. She deserves another great round of applause. And so do our fine musicians over there on the organ, Dr. James Forsyth. And our flutist, Dr. Chai Chang Ning. And also around the room are some of our alumni volunteers who come along to make sure that everything runs smoothly at your graduation, and they deserve a great round of applause too. Well, graduates, this ceremony marks the end of one stage in your relationship with Macquarie University, but it is certainly not the end of your association with Macquarie. From today on, for the rest of your lives, you are part of the bigger Macquarie family, which is our alumni, and part of the network of 150,000 Macquarie alumni spanning the globe. We'll keep in touch with you through our alumni program, which is focused on lifelong learning, lifelong support, and lifelong connections. Our commitment to you is to help you keep in touch and engaged with Macquarie throughout your life. And graduates, please do make sure to come back to Macquarie, either to undertake more study, perhaps attend alumni events, perhaps you might want to use our aquatic and fitness facilities, or even, as often happens, particularly during graduation periods, just come with your friends and family and enjoy a picnic down by the lake. Well, now, graduates, the award of a university degree carries many opportunities and privileges. But like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. Believe it or not, you, each and every one of you, can change the world. And you don't have to be a Nobel Prize winner to do it either, because almost everything you do, in your homes, in your workplaces, and in your communities matters and can make a huge difference. The consequences of every effort, every action, large or small, can reverberate throughout society through the decades, indeed the centuries. Even something as simple as a kind word or a kind gesture can often be the spark that ignites a great life or a great career or a great achievement. So as Chancellor of Macquarie University, I charge you to use what you have learned not only for your own benefit, but also for the betterment of the community. I charge you to use the skills and knowledge you have acquired with rigour and integrity, and to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and inquiry. I charge you to recognise the worth and dignity of all people, particularly those who have not had the opportunities that you've enjoyed. I charge you to set high goals and to continue the hard work that has brought you so far. I charge you, wherever you go, to go with all your heart. And in all you do, I charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. Graduates, I hope also that you'll always remember the people who have helped you along the way, many of whom, of course, are here with you today. So to acknowledge their contribution and thank them for it, I'm now going to ask you to do a few things. Graduates, would you now please stand? Now I'd ask you to put your degrees on the seat behind you so that your hands are free. And I'd like you to turn to face your friends and families. And now I invite you to give them a mighty round of applause. We can turn around now, graduates. Here on the dais are some representatives of our academic staff who've supported you throughout your journey, and I'm sure you'd like to thank them as well. Graduates, please be seated. Well, ladies and gentlemen, shortly I will lead the official party out, and it will be my great honour to invite you and our newest graduates to join us for refreshments overlooking the lake. Graduates, I wish you the very best for the future, and in the words of the old Irish blessing, May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face and rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official party will now leave the graduation hall through the centre aisle and will be followed by the procession of our graduates. Would you please stand and remain standing until the last of our graduates have processed out?